Bro, fair warning, Detective Ray is here and he's on steroids, bro. Detective Ray times 10, my goodness. I seriously surprised myself this morning looking into what I have been for the past like 3 hours. I think we came up with something pretty dang important when it comes to the new Brawlers coming out in this next update and what families they're going to be fitting into and what they might be like. So of course, if you guys find this helpful, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Dude, 2080. You seeing this? 20% subscribed, 80% of you? What's up? I'm just playing, you guys. Y'all know it's just YouTuber things. I'm more than happy with your viewership. Thank you so much. But subscribe, man. So initially, today I was going to record a video basically going over all of the stuff that we pretty much have a good idea about coming out in this next update, the important speculation, all that good stuff. But I'm going to set that aside for a minute. Make sure to look forward to that video, because when I was just looking around for those things, I think I stumbled across a really important pattern that the Brawl Stars dev team has been practicing for quite some time now. As I say a lot here on this channel, whenever it comes to update predictions and speculation, a lot of it boils down to patterns that the dev team has, or scheduling how different seasons come out and new brawler arrivals, things along those lines. But where our discovery lies and the investigation that I was going into Detective Raid mode for the last like 3 hours starts off with the Bling update over a year ago. A strange pattern can be seen popping up, I think starting here, or at least it's obvious enough to kind of like follow along and see it a bit more easy than past updates. But this craziness has everything to do with the brawler families that we have inside of Brawl Stars. I'm sure you guys have seen a screenshot like this before, or at least on my channel here. This is kind of the ordering of the brawler families that we've had in the game kind of concurrently. Basically, when a new brawler comes to the game making their own family, they kind of go in order up until now, right? So it's succinct, which helps a lot with this pattern that I found. So starting things off with the Rumble in the Jungle update, where we received Macy as well as Hank. This is where we can kind of see the pattern start here. So we had the Turbo Theater family fill out. So we had Macy fill out that family, and then the newest member, or the other new brawler, went into the Deep Sea duo now here, but Otis was alone at this point, so that would make it a duo. But then fast forward to the next update, the Enchanted Woods, where we got Cordelius as well as Doug. We can see a really interesting pattern happen again. So we got a new brawler making their new family, the Enchanted Woods trio here, but we got Doug next in line to the Deep Sea trio, basically kind of starting an order here of these new brawlers coming to the game. Now, interestingly enough, this actually keeps up in a strange pattern here. So fast forwarding to the next update, where we got Pearl and Chuck. Now, instead of getting a brand new brawler, we kind of went back to what happened during the Rumble in the Jungle update, the pattern starting here. So we got Pearl filling out the Gold Arm Gang trio next in line from the Turbo Theater, and then we got another singular family member getting their duo, so the Ghost Station, keeping that order consistent here, right? So we went Deep Sea, Velocirapids, and then the Ghost Station. Guys, hang tight. It keeps going. Next up, we have the Bizarre Circus update. This time around, we only got one brawler, and that was Charlie, filling in a brand new family here in the game. And the reason we only got one brawler this time around is because the very next update, we got the 3 crazy updates, the cartoon update, right? And this seems to be kind of the pattern that the dev team goes with. Before that 3 brawler update, most of the time there's only one that's released the update before, but a new brawler trio. But then we get to the craziness here, the 3 brawler update, where we got Miko, Kit, as well as Larry. Now, taking a look at it here, we're going back to the fill pattern, where we had a brawler family complete in order again, the Turbo Theater, then the Gold Arm Gang, now Brawlywood. Of course, we had a new brawler enter the game making their new family, the Cartoon or the Toon Studios, with Kit there. But bro, we have a singular brawler get their duo partner here as things have been kind of progressing. We had Larry and Lori fill in the Star Hub duo now, right, with RT. So this pattern is just continuing, right? So we went Deep Sea, Velocirapids, Ghost Station, and then the Star Hub. And of course, this is going to continue with the next update. We have the Angelo Melody update, and we're kind of getting closer to current day. We had a new brawler come to the game making their new trio or new family, but then again in order, we had Angelo filling in the Swamp of Love trio, now a duo. And then finally, kind of out of order in a way, it kind of seems like they flip back and forth, where we would get a brawler, singular brawler get their duo, as well as fill in a trio. But then the next update, we would get a new brawler and then get a brawler duo, a new brawler duo in order. But this time around, kind of strangely, and it makes it a bit more difficult to predict what's going to happen next. But now, current day, we got Lily and Draco. This time around, a new brawler coming to the game, making their new family, but we had a solo brawler get their duo in Lily. So it's going in order. There is a pattern here, a very crazy, obvious pattern if you start from the Rumble in the Jungle update, right? So we had this go succinctly. We went Deep Sea, Velocirapids, Ghost Station, Star Hub, Swamp of Love, then Enchanted Woods, when a new brawler come to the game, as well as a brawler duo started. But that's not the only interesting pattern. There is another interesting outcome or potential for this next update, and that is another pattern starting with the Turbo Theater. We had that Macy, then we went Pearl, and then we went Miko. So TLDR, if we take a look at this big picture wise, there's a few different potentials for this next update when it comes to new brawlers fitting in, right? I know we all have been complaining it's been such a long time since the Castle Courtyard trio has had a third brawler, but hey, it looks like they're next in line. And it kind of makes sense if we are starting and we're flip-flopping here. The Turbo Theater, it would take a long time to continue this pattern all the way up to the Castle Courtyard trio, right, to get their third member. But the few different potentials that we have here is what we've been seeing the past few updates, with a new brawler trio being started and then a duo being started. I think this is the most unlikely outcome, seeing that that's been the last two updates, getting a new brawler family, a duo started, new brawler family, another duo, right, in order. But if that is the case, we would have a brand new family started with an unknown brawler, a new brawler, but then we would definitely get a Bizarre Circus duo partner with Charlie there. Now, another possible outcome that I think is much more likely than the latter is we would get a trio finally filled in, seeing that the last two updates has been this duo new brawler pattern. So if that's the case and we get two brawlers in a similar fashion, the pattern that's been continuing is when a new brawler family is completed, almost always we don't get a brand new brawler accompanying a trio being complete. We see the pattern being a trio being complete, if that is the case, and then a duo started. So if that's the outcome, we would see the Castle Courtyard and a brawler fitting in there, and then the Bizarre Circus getting their duo, if we're keeping up this ongoing pattern that's been happening for the past like longer than a year. Freaking crazy, dude. I can't believe this has been under our noses this entire time, bro. I think if this continues, and I mean the pattern has been going for more than a year now, we have like kind of a blueprint to help us out with future updates as well. So the last thing that I kind of want to throw out there for all of you guys, seeing the last two updates has been the duo, new brawler not flip-flopping. There might be an outcome where we see a fill, where we have a Castle Courtyard brawler trio being made and then a Candyland brawler fitting in there. The only reason I say that, I was jotting back, dude, I went really deep into this, dude. My tinfoil hat was going, Detective Ray. But there seems to be like a comfort spot that the dev team likes to take when it comes to duo families currently and new brawler solo families currently. The like the sweet spot that they like to stick at seems to be like 6 and 4. 6 duo families currently and 4 new brawler solo families. Now that's kind of gotten a little out of hand up until this point, right? Seeing that we have 8 duo families right now, bro, which is crazy. That's the most we've had since like, I don't know, the Gray Mandy Chester update, which was like 2 years. I don't even know, such a long time ago. So since we've come off that weird back-to-back new brawler family duo created, new brawler family duo created, we would go back to that sweet spot of 6 duo families and 4 solo brawler families if we went fill. So I guess there's a few different possibilities, but it's definitely narrowed down a crap ton because of this pattern. So to wrap things up, based on the most likely outcome and just to state it out there, my best guess, just going off the numbers, would be a brawler fitting into the Castle Courtyard trio and a new brawler coming into the Bizarre Circus trio. But there you have it, man. My goodness, I'm sorry that seemed like a little bit confusing, but I had to thoroughly explain this pattern and what it's all about in order to prove its feasibility, right? So it just makes sense and how accurate the pattern is, right? But yeah, man, be sure to let me know what you guys are thinking. I think we can look forward to a really interesting update based on the potential new brawlers and what families they fit into. Those new brawlers I think are going to be super enjoyable. But yeah, definitely stay tuned. We have more interesting speculation to get into what I wanted to today, but we'll save that for a later date because we have a lot to confirm, or that we can confirm, coming out in this next update. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. We'll be talking super soon. Adios and take care.